Hey, let's talk some Jahan Dotson today. Shout out to one guy talking sports for this idea. Shout out to bro. Go subscribe to bro's channel down in the description down below. Those are all my other bros. And go follow the position on the daily on Instagram. Like, comment, subscribe to this channel. And let's get to right to today's video. We're gonna roll the intro and talk about some Jahan Dotson, shall we? What's up, man? Welcome back to the Process Sports. I'm your boy Tom. I'm back on another video. If I get to already God, if I got to right now, God's open doors will appear with for all you wonderful people in Jesus' almighty name. Amen. Today's video, I know we'll talk about Jahan Dotson and what my expectations for him going to a sophomore season and why I think he'll have the best sophomore season out of all of these wide receivers, including George Pickens, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson. Guys, I love out this draft class, especially Garrett Wilson. And especially, I like George Pickens a lot as well. I mean, George Pickens was a freaking problem in college. He had a great year last year. But I do think that Jahan will have a better year than all of these guys. All of them, including Garrett Wilson, which is Offensive Rookie of the Year. All these guys are going to have inferior seasons to one Jahan Dotson. I think because, number one, Jahan got hurt last year. Han got hurt. He pulled the hammy. He was gone for a month. And he came off slow. Start off his return. He only had 2 targets in the Eagles game. He had 1 target in the Texans game as he was starting his return. If in week 12 versus the Giants, he turned it up a little bit. Caught 3 passes, 58 yards, touchdown, including a game-tying touchdown. I think also these other guys are their number 1 wide receivers. So they're going to get a lot of attention put on them, especially guys like Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave and George Pickens. I think they're number 1 receivers on their respective teams, so they're gonna get a lot more attention, and they might not get the looks they might want to get a lot. I think Han's gonna have a bunch of one-on-ones. They're gonna double Terry for a good reason. Also, they're gonna kind of have some attention on Curtis Samuel. I think he has one of the best supporting casts around him, and the Commanders have a solid run game with a guy like Brian Robinson and the combination of thunder and lightning of Antonio Gibson. So that will take a lot of attention off of Han and let Han eat. So that's basically what I'm trying to say here. Number 1, I think he's going to play all 17 games, which is going to increase his stat sheet. Number 2, he's going to put a lot of attention on Terry, which allows Jahan to get more targets. Not more targets than Terry, of course, obviously. But he'll have probably the second most targets on the team when it comes to receiving yards or receiving targets. And number 3, he's knowing the NFL now. He's understanding the NFL, how it works, how to get open on these corners, things of that nature. And he'll be ready. He'll be primed, ready to take another leap forward in his development as a route runner. His hands, he dropped a couple easy ones last year that he needs to catch this year. I think he'll be catching those this year more than likely than not. He'll work on the concentration lapses and the concentration drops and things of that nature. And I do think that Jahan is going to have a huge season. He had 7 touchdowns last year with 35 catches. So these are my stats. These are my stat predictions for one Jahan Dotson out of Penn State. My Penn State Nitty Lions boy. Yes, sir. Gang, squaw, squaw. Shout out my boy, man. Han is him on phone now. But let's go ahead. So he had 35 receptions, 523 yards, 14.9 yards per catch, and 7 touchdowns last season. Now, I think those stats will increase to 60 catches for Jahan Dotson, which is about less than 4 a game. So he won't get a bunch of catches, but I think he'll be primed for 1,050 yards. So that's about 19 yards per catch and 9 touchdowns. I think Jahan Dotson is going to be primed to have a huge year this year. I think he's going to get a lot more yards per catch because I think he's going to run a lot more deeper routes, things of that nature, or get a lot of yards at the catch as well. But the West Coast offense is a lot of catch and go, things of that nature, stuff like that as well. And I think that will allow a guy like Sam Howell to get the ball in his hands quicker, slants, mesh concepts, stop and goes, the zip routes, things of that nature, to allow Sam Howell to get the ball in his hands quickly. And Jahan's great after the catch. We saw in the Giants game, he spin dude out, did a whole spin cycle on dude and made dude like these. Where's Jahan at? Jahan runs into like these. So we see them out the catchability as well. Even in the Cowboys game, the season finale, we saw that as well. So I think a lot of short passes will turn to bigger gains, things of that nature. And I think we'll use Jahan's speed a little bit more this year down the field as well, to allow him to make bigger plays down the field. So that I think that will contribute to his yards per catch. On top of the yak he'll be getting after catches and things of that nature. So that's going to do it for me, man. I think Jahan's going to have a great season. I think him and Terry going to be one of the three duos in the NFC East to have two 1,000-yard receivers. I think both Jahan and Terry McLaurin would do that. Also believe that A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, as well as CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks, will be the three duos in the NFC East to have over 1,000 yards this year in the division. So that's going to do it for me. Like, comment, subscribe, comment your thoughts. And what are your thoughts on Jahan Dotson? You think Han is him, or you think Jahan is going to even take a step back in his sophomore campaign? What are your thoughts? Be easy, be safe, stay healthy, and stay blessed. Most importantly, guys, be easy. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next video. Peace, love, and blessings. Until next time. Peace on phone now.